Hello you all out there in YouTube land, welcome back to another show. Today I have something spectacular I want to share and just review real quick. Now this video is going to be geared toward Beach Boys fans, specifically Brian Wilson fans. This is a review of the Long Promised Road documentary coming to HBO Max to stream for most of you guys, and it was in select theaters last night. Only last night at Landmark Theaters, and we happen to have one in Kendall Square in Cambridge, Massachusetts. So off we went last night. It was amazing night. At the end of this review of Long Promised Road, I am going to be debuting my first ever contest. Now this contest or giveaway is going to be featuring something amazing that the both of us got. If you're a Brian Wilson fan, you're going to be in heaven. Stay tuned, watch to the end of the video, and I'll let you know the details. With that out of the way, let's start the review. I was a little surprised that the theater was as small as it was and as crowded as it was. Every seat in that theater had been filled. It could have been sold out quite easily. Thank God we got the tickets when we did. I am so happy that I was able to share the experience with like-minded Beach Boys and Brian Wilson fans alike in that room. I loved looking and seeing all the people that were interested in the man that I'm most interested in currently and most inspired by currently. So that was a little bit of a fun thing to people watch before the show. The show begins, and immediately I can tell this is well done and it sounds great. From his work with the Beach Boys even to his solo career, a lot of stuff is featured music-wise. Now the talking heads that were picked for this, I was actually surprised by Bruce Springsteen. I said to myself off the bat originally, you know, what's he going to offer to this? Like, what does he have to say about this? But surprisingly, the man from New Jersey, Bruce Springsteen, who I'm not the biggest fan of, really said some of the most pure to Brian statements that were the most captivating in his wordage and how he phrased things about him and the accolades that the pedestal that they put him on. His words were and Elton John's words were both the best of the best, and they're the ones that are most in the business for so many years that they have a connection clearly. And it shows in this documentary. Nick Jonas, I could have done without, and as well as that girl, the younger girl with the hat. You'll see, she's got like this foam top hat, this unique top hat with all these piercings and tattoos. She's like a younger, I forget her name, but I could have done without. She was okay. A couple members of his current studio group were featured in this as well. A long-haired younger gentleman in a blazer in a park. At first glance, I thought this was going to be just this fluff piece about how amazing Brian is, and they don't surprisingly do that as much as I had expected, and I was very happy about that. Suffice to say, there was a lot of praise given to this man, rightfully so. It started to drone on with the accolades and the praise and the pedestal that was being built on this man. He is a humble man. It was shown in this. I love, somebody said in the documentary, he's a humble man who just loves his family, doesn't want a big lavish life. He's a California boy who just wants to make music, loves making music, and this shows top-notch, top tier in this documentary how much he loves, even still to this day, creating new music with his band in the studio. Very surprising. We had seen Brian last month, and he didn't look all that happy and didn't really look like he wanted to be there all that much, but that's just who he is. He could feel a little scared at the moment. You never know. He could be in a off mood. You never really know what you're going to get, but you know that he wants to be there. You know that he really wants to be touring and doing shows, and isn't as scared as he ever was, because I saw it in this documentary how much he really still loves to make music and tour. some great little cute moments with him, especially in the diner that they go to. I'm sure you've already seen the footage off the trailer of him and his friend in the car driving to landmarks, and they go to the original house of the Wilsons, and they go to Paradise Cove, they go to the diner, they go to all of the houses that Brian has had in California in the hills. Just such great moments. Off the cuff moments are featured in the car. I love the car scenes and the diner scenes. There's one particular diner scene where Brian finishes a sundae, a vanilla sundae, and he's in the best, most uppity mood, and his real colors start to show in that particular scene, and somebody ends up buying their lunch for them, and just little phrases he says, it's so cute. It just shows how sweet this man is. Such a sweet, genuine, it is what it is, you get what you get kind of guy, and he is just an American staple. The man is humble, and he knows what he's done has influenced so many people, and it's so funny to hear him listen to his own songs. He's just sitting in the car, and he'll feel like, put on It's Okay by the Beach Boys. He listens to like a minute of it, or even half a minute of it, and he says, that's enough, okay. Now he's good to go. It's like anybody ready to go into their life. If they need to go somewhere and it's an anxiety moment, they need their music to amp them up. They need their music to get them through, and this is exactly an example of that. It's so great. He puts on, it was some songs that he reflects to, and he is able to get strength from the music, clear as day. And we can all relate to that. I certainly do it. My wife does it. We all do, to get amped for something you need to do. And It's Okay is a perfect song. Perfect get you ready song. Gotta go through it. Gotta get to it to get him through the days. And you could see there's a lot of still repressed sadness in him, but he gets through it, and he's optimistic, and especially in certain good moods, you can clearly tell that food motivates him to, though he looks great, he still looks great for his age. He is happy when he's eating or playing music, aren't we all? I mean, if a Sunday's in front of you, your mood instantly goes to the stars, does it not? I mean, very well done documentary. The looks of it are very well done, though you can tell that this was done in like Final Cut Pro. It was edited in like a Final Cut Pro editing program. You could tell. I'm a font guy, designer, illustrator, and I see fonts all the time, and these were just the most basic looking Arial font that you could imagine. I mean, they could have amped it up a little bit and maybe made something a little more Brian, a little more whimsical, a little more him than just Arial font on most of this stuff. There's wordage that comes up at the bottom of the screen to tell you a little bit of backstory and context to things sometimes, and it comes in the middle of the screen with little music notes in the background, and that's all well and good. That looks good in the background with the music and stuff, but the font just looks so chintzy to me, not well done, and some of the editing was choppy at times. You see Carl and you see Dennis and Brian in the middle, and the music swells up, and then you think it's going to finish, or we're going to get some kind of an ending, and then it continues into a little piece about a montage about him and his daughters. It goes to the pictures of him and his daughters, right in between them talking about the Landy years. So, I mean, it didn't add up to me. I didn't think those sweet pictures of him and his daughters went well over the Landy talk and what he had done to Brian. Some choppy editing bits, some stuff could have went in better order, but they showcase Dennis beautifully, they showcase Carl beautifully, they've got chapters about them both, which I appreciate, and we see a little bit of Al Jardine in a lot of pictures. He's even interviewed once, on the street somewhere, and very clear picture. The quality is amazing in this most of the time, and then you see Mike Love maybe total of twice in this documentary. So any thoughts of you guys thinking that they're going to get together for a 60th is although they do thank him in the credits, it says thanks to Mike Love is #1 on that thank you list. But I don't know if the chances are that high as to them getting back together for sure for a 60th tour, because he's featured in this all of twice, with him and Melinda at their wedding, and I think one other time on stage and in pictures, of course. But otherwise, no video, him talking about Brian whatsoever. Overall, an inspiring documentary, something that I think if you like documentaries, if you like Brian Wilson, if you like the Beach Boys, check it out. They cover a lot of, I don't want to spoil too much, but all of the footage that I saw, I've pretty much already had seen. I've seen a lot of the footage, if not all of the footage in this documentary. I've seen it before. And they continually use the same footage, which, I mean, there wasn't a lot of video and pictures taken of the Beach Boys. They really weren't like the Beatles, having photo sessions constantly where we get a ton of studio shots and video. They weren't like that. They didn't do that as much. So when it comes to pictures and videos of the guys, the well doesn't really run that deep, unfortunately. But with that said, there is a good amount of crystal clear clarity in the film that we do get. The pictures are so crisp, and I am a huge fan of that. They cover a lot of that good vibration session, and they touch upon Smile. Overall, my thoughts, I would think very positively of this review. You're going to enjoy it on any size screen. You really didn't need to go view it in the big screen. It was just great to hear the loud music and have that community experience to see this all together. That was fun. Otherwise, you're good if I know some of you in the UK didn't get a showing, and that's fine. I mean, you're gonna enjoy it on your TV at home. You really will. It's a great documentary at 1 hour and 30 minutes. It doesn't know how to end. At 1 hour and 30 minutes, it just keeps going into a new chapter, and another chapter, and another accolade, and another, talking up Brian, another piece talking up Brian, and then it just keeps going. And I thought to myself, when are they gonna wrap it up? How is this the wrap up? When are they gonna wrap it up? I didn't want it to end, but it just didn't know how. You can clearly tell it didn't know how to. Even so, it went into the credits. We get a little screen with the credits rolling, and there's like a little after screen as the credits are rolling. Like, they don't know how to end it, and it's still going. You gotta watch it till the end. Do not get up. Everyone clapped, and then they interview more people in it. And there's still more being said. Still more being talked about Brian, and then it finally opens up to a wide image of Brian, in the studio. They want to keep talking about Brian, which who doesn't if you're a fan? So I mean, yeah, that's all my little gripes. That's my little gripes. But overall, this is such a good documentary, and I was so happy and privileged to be able to go see it with my wife. I mean, it was incredibly inspiring to me, inspiring to both of us, as to what hard work and imagination and creativity can get you in this world if you're that type of person. Now let's get to my giveaway and my contests. One of you Manza Media subscribers will have the chance to win some VIP package items from the Brian Wilson 2021 Greatest Hits Tour. I got 2 of everything. My wife and I have 2 Brian Wilson posters from the Greatest Hits Tour 2021 featuring Al Jardine and Blondie Chaplin. I have 2 of the VIP tickets. Just to say that I have 2 of these, is amazing, but I didn't need 2. So one of them is going to go to you guys. You guys are going to get a VIP ticket. It says Brian Wilson's Greatest Hits Live Tour 21 Admit 1 ticket. And this awesome commemorative Brian Wilson Live coin. I've never seen this stuff. Nobody's covering it. Nobody's talking about it. We didn't get it at the concert. It had to come in the mail. That's how they did it this year via COVID something. Tote bag too. I mean, Brian Wilson 2021, you got a 45, a record, and a cassette. I love the colors. The quality is great. So you guys will win these 3 items plus a poster. I don't need 2 of these. I'm privileged enough to have 1, so this is my giveaway. Here you go. Are you ready? I am going to be giving away these 4 items. All you have to do to enter the contest. Are you ready? Here are the rules. Subscribe to the channel. We're almost to 300, so if we get to 300, amazing. So number 1, you can subscribe, ring the notification bell on the channel, share this video however you want to share it, via Instagram, Facebook. Share this video. And number 3 would be to leave your name and your favorite Beach Boys song. Those 3 items. You can email your submission to the email down below, and one of you guys can win these 4 items from Brian Wilson's 2021 Greatest Hits Tour. How amazing is that? So, real simple again, you're going to just subscribe to the channel, ring the notification bell, share the video with a friend, share the video wherever you can, send me your favorite Beach Boys song and your name via the email in the description down below. You can feel free to leave a comment too if you'd like. December 2nd, the winner will be drawn from a hat, and I will let you know, and I will share it on my social media as well as in a video, so you guys can know who won. This giveaway is going to be my first giveaway ever, so if I stumbled over my words, my apologies. I don't know what else to say. I'm not that experienced in the realm of giveaways yet, but I want to be, and contests are a fun thing on this channel that we can all partake in. If you want this cool merchandise, I mean, this coin alone is really, really cool. It says Love and Mercy, Brian Wilson Live on the back, and it's got his little profile there. Overall, an amazing documentary, guys. I can't wait for you to check it out. With that out of the way, you can find me lounging to a melody. Take care, folks, and go enter the contest. Bye-bye.
Thank you, folks, for tuning into this episode. If you do feel so inclined to follow me on social media, you may gladly do so at Manza Media Art and Manza Media on every other platform. If you like prints, I've got an Etsy shop where you can see some of my original artwork and fan artwork. I'll catch you folks on the next episode of Manza Media.